Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here, and I finally got my 3 pickups for the SX guitar. So what I ended up getting was the white Guitarheads Mini Humbucker rails. So let's kind of go over what I want to do with this. Hello everybody. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, today I'm going to be doing a little bit with the SX Strat, and like I said, I finally got my Guitarheads pickups. These are the mini humbucker rails, and they come with hardware, so you can mount them, instead of using the old hardware that's on the guitar as well. The only bad thing about these pickups, they don't say which one is which. All right, so you're going to have to get a ohm meter and find out which is bridge, which is neck, and so on. So right now what I ended up doing is I put a B on the bridge, N for the neck, M for the middle, pretty basic. So what I want to do is I want to step this thing up a few notches from just putting humbuckers inside of it and getting rid of the single coils that are on it. I kind of want to make this thing have a lot more options than just basic options from a 5-way switch, switching from humbucker to humbucker. Okay, so how this works is basically like a regular Strat. You have your single coil at the bridge, single coil and middle, single coil, then you have your middle, then you have your middle and your neck, and then you have your neck. But this is just all single coils, okay? There's not much fun in that, as far as tone goes and different options that you can possibly think of to create different types of tones. So what I ended up doing is I went through all my parts. I got 3 2-way switches here. These are the micro switches that are just 2 poles, 2-way, on off, that's it. They're not 3-stage. And I was thinking, well, I can split these guys and not just say the bridge. I can split all of them. So I have my alligator clips here, and this is the bridge pickup, like I said. Now I want to test the ohms of this pickup to find out what it's going to do, what it's going to be when I flip the switch. Is it going to cut it in half? Is there something wrong with them? So I want to test them out before I install them in the guitar. So I got my meter here, set it for ohms. I've got my alligator clips tied to the switch. The switch should be on position right now. You have a red and white wire that are already soldered together from Guitarheads. You have a shielded strand ground, you have a wired ground, and then you have your hot. So basically all I did was I took the red wire, or the red sleeved alligator clip, and connected to the red and the white wire. And I took my ground and connected to the black side of the switch. So right now, if I tap the grounds here, which is all 3 of them tied together from the switch as well, and hit the hot, I'm looking at a 1375, 74. It's kind of bouncing a little bit. It might have to do with me holding the wire onto the terminals as I'm doing this. So that's what this pickup is, open, full humbucker, straight out. So if I go ahead and I flip this switch, a little bit hard to do with one hand. What is that going to give me now? A 6.92. Now I already tested this out to see what it's going to do if it's plugged in with the switch on it, and the bottom pickup is the only one that's going to be on when you tap it. So it'll cut off the top part of the pickup and have the bottom of the single coil running. So instead of just doing that to one pickup, why not do that to all of them? So you have full option of basically your 5-way selector switch, and also going back to Strat. sounds pretty good to me, and it looks like it's going to be a plan. So what I'm going to end up doing is removing this cover, probably not right now, but this is just a little update of what's going on with this thing. Remove the pickguard, find out how much room I have behind here, where I can place these switches so they're not going to be too much in the way of anything. I know, some guys, they move their hand a lot while they're playing, and between volume controls and switches and stuff like that, placement means everything, especially if they're in the way. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing with this. I got to check these pots to see if they are 500K pots. If not, I'm going to get a set of 500K pots. And I've got the new bridge. So here's the old bridge. And what I don't like about the old bridge here is this front part where the string comes out is taller than the back side of the saddle. And the new bridge doesn't have that. It kind of just comes right out of the saddle. And it's angled quite nicely to where the hole is, where the strings will, slide in here. And this is a little bit heavier than the old one. Now, I did do a thing where I took a razor blade and a file and kind of cut and filed. This is very soft. This is not as soft as this is. So that's a new bridge. I got the whammy bar and all the hardware that is for mounting it, including new springs, new screws. Also, what I ended up doing is going through my goodie bags of parts, and I found a set of string trees. Now, these are not your basic string tree, all right? These ones here are kind of V'd a little bit. So when the string goes in it and the string goes out of it, there's not going to be any edges of the string tree that is going to make a kink or something in the string as it comes out, or possibly a sharp edge to break the string. So that's going to be a little bit of an upgrade. I also have the bone nut already shaped, or not shaped, but cut down the size. Next thing will be shaping and slotting it. I did receive my bleached bone nuts. I got a whole handful of them. Now, these are bleached bone nuts. I can cut them down to size for a Telecaster, or I can cut them and shape them for Les Paul style guitars. Not a big deal. And I just dropped one on the floor. And I just dropped it on the counter. And, well, didn't chip or break, so that's kind of nice. So what else do I have here? Is there anything else? No, that's about it. Again, I'll be doing a nice polishing. I've already checked the frets on this thing. This thing is nice. Fret ends are not too bad, but I will be going over them. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of an update of what's going on with the SX giveaway guitar. And thanks for watching. That's about it. So you guys take it easy. Have a good one. And be well, be safe. Talk to you guys later.